Donc, aujourd'hui, on parle des parties du corps. On parle des parties du corps. So we're going to talk about body parts. Okay, so this is quite useful, not just for being able to describe things, because quite often people say ça and ça. They don't know what the body parts are, but also there's a few sort of like idiomatic expressions that are relating to the body as well, which are quite nice to know. Okay, so let's start off with le cœur, les battements du cœur, battre. So it's about the heart, the beating of the heart, and battre, that's the beating, to beat. It also means to beat, as in, as well. À mon premier rendez-vous avec Aurélien, mon cœur battait très fort. So my first meeting with Aurélien, my heart was beating really fast. That's quite nice, isn't it? You know, you could talk about that. You know, might say, "Oh, my heart was beating really fast when I spoke in French," or something. You know, it's quite a nice thing to be able to say. Now this is different. Il est cardiaque, so I think we can guess the meaning of that. Il a le cœur fragile. It's got a fragile heart. We can get that. Il a déjà eu une crise cardiaque. I guess you can guess the meaning of that. That's a heart attack. Now we change to something completely different. And this is an expression relating to the heart. Avoir bon cœur, avoir le cœur sur la main. And that means to be very generous. So to have a good heart was have your heart in your hand, not on your sleeve, in your hand. And that means to be generous. It's not the same meaning as heart on your sleeve. Now, le sang, saigner, blood, to bleed. Notice the relationship between the two words. Il s'est coupé le doigt, il s'est blessé au doigt. So when you hurt yourself, it's reflexive. Yourself, isn't it? So, il s'est coupé le doigt, he cut his finger. Il s'est blessé au doigt, he hurt his finger. So, couper to cut, blessé to hurt. But both of them are reflexive because you did it back to yourself. Il saigne, il perd du sang. He's bleeding, he's losing blood. Oh. Now we change to relating to blood, but an expression. Garder son sang-froid is rester calme dans les moments difficiles. I think we say it in English, don't we, as well, actually, that phrase. Se faire du mauvais son, se faire un son d'encre, être très inquiet. So if you're worried, then se faire du mauvais son. So se faire, notice again, that's reflexive. So je me fais du mauvais son. I'm worried. Je me fais un son d'encre, pardon. I'm worried. Okay. Now moving on to les poumons. Les poumons are your lungs. Les poumons. La respiration, respirer. So la respiration, respirer. Okay, so breathing. Quand vous dormez, est-ce que vous respirez par le nez ou respirez par le nez ou par la bouche? Par la bouche et je ronfle très fort. So when you sleep, do you breathe by your nose or by your mouth? The answer is by the mouth. Notice it's not by your, it's the. And if you're talking about parts of the body, so when you say you clean your teeth, je brosse les dents. You don't say mes dents, you say les dents. You never say, you never personalize it. So by the mouth, I snore very loudly. Je fais beaucoup de bruit en respirant. I make lots of noise by breathing. Okay, il ment comme il respire, avec naturel et sans arrêt. So, il ment comme il respire. So the expression is comme il respire. So like he breathes. And in this example, he lies like he breathes, as in being a liar. So avec naturel et sans arrêt. So quite naturally and without stopping, you know, continuously. So the thing is you can put anything there like that. Il rit comme il respire, for example. He laughs like he breathes, you know. So you can put anything you like in front of that expression. What have we got next? Okay, we've got l'estomac, le foie, les intestins, la digestion, digérer. Okay, so l'estomac is stomach, le foie is liver, les intestins, well, you can guess that, and then I'm sure you can guess la digestion et digérer, so you can see to digest. Of course, you can use that in lots of ways. You don't have to just talk about food for digérer. You could say that's a lot of information to digest, for example. It's a useful verb. People talk about le foie a lot when they've been drinking quite a lot. Yeah, j'ai mal au foie. J'ai mal au foie is, you know, my liver's hurting because I've had too much to drink. There's a phrase. Antoine aime beaucoup les fruits de mer, mais il les digère mal. So Antoine likes a lot seafood, les fruits de mer, seafood, but he has difficulty digesting them. So il les digère mal. Mal is a word that you don't want to always associate with being ill. It means lots of things, mal, but it's usually bad. And il les digère mal, he digests them badly. It's actually an adverb. Malek a les intestins fragiles. Il est au régime. So Malek has got fragile intestines and he's on a diet. So that could be, obviously he's on a diet because he's not well, but if you're just doing a diet because it's January or whatever, then c'est un régime, un régime. Je fais un régime. Agatha a mangé trop de chocolat. Elle a mal au cœur. Elle a une crise de foie. So, remarque, avoir mal au cœur ne signifie pas avoir une douleur au cœur, l'organe, mais avoir un malaise digestif. So this is a common ailment that you hear people complaining of, is j'ai mal au cœur. And it basically means that I'm just not feeling very well, really. But they say here that it's actually you're feeling a bit uneasy with your digestive system. Something wrong with you. Une crise de foie is, the foie, remember, is liver. So basically they're saying that I'm not digesting things properly, I'm not feeling very well. Generally just saying I'm not feeling great, really, use those two. Ça me reste sur l'estomac. Je n'arrive pas à accepter cela. Now this is not a literal thing. This is it's stuck on my stomach. It's stuck on my stomach. But what it means is that I can't accept it. So you haven't digested something, you haven't processed something, so it sticks in your stomach, basically. It means I can't accept this thing. Then we've got les reins. Les reins, ce sont les organes qui produisent l'urine, mais le mot désigne aussi tout le bas du dos. So les reins are kidneys, and obviously they're the organs that deal with our urine. But the word also tells you about the base of the back. So people say j'ai mal au rein, j'ai mal au rein. Doesn't actually mean that their kidneys are hurting. It probably means their back's a bit uncomfortable at the bottom. Otherwise, that's what they say. Yeah. Avoir mal au rein, avoir mal dans le bas du dos. Voilà, the bottom of the back. Dos is back. Pronounced dos. Ok, ensuite, la peau, la transpiration, transpirer. So, skin, sweat, and to sweat. Il faisait très chaud, on transpirait beaucoup. On était en sueur, on nage. So it was very hot. We were sweating a lot. Well, that means to sweat a lot. On nage, I love that expression. On était en nage. It means we're absolutely drenched, we're soaked in it. So lovely image. And then we've got lovely, this is a really nice expression. Être bien dans sa peau, être épanoui. Is so to be good in your skin. I think it's the same in English, actually, isn't it? It means you feel great. Yes, so être bien dans sa peau, to feel great. And then that is être épanoui, which is probably my favorite word in the whole French language, actually. Être épanoui. And it just has that sort of like general sort of like, you know, everything's right, you're feeling just right. It's nice word. I don't know if there's an equivalent in English, really. Perhaps there is. Être mal dans sa peau is obviously the obvious. See, mal again is the opposite of être bien. So not to be so great in your skin, not to be feeling yourself. And then this is another expression with your skin, so la peau. Avoir quelqu'un dans la peau, aimer quelqu'un avec passion. So to have someone in your skin is to love them with passion. So that means they got under your skin, is what we would say, isn't it? Got under your skin. Good. Okay, a few more. Les nerfs, l'énervement, s'énerver. So nerves, being on your nerves, really, and to be nervous. So Luc a les nerfs fragiles. So Luc has got fragile nerves. Il s'énerve facilement. I mean, s'énerver really is sort of like to get annoyed, but you're getting on your nerves, you know, getting sort of like angry easily, wound up, if you like. Il est nerveux, avoir les nerfs solides, être calme. So il est nerveux, you know, he's nervous, but not nervous as in, well, you can use it, you know, I'm nervous, I'm just about to go and do a speech, but it's also someone who's, you know, not very confident, really. Or a little bit unsettled. But the opposite, we've got a little line through there. So avoir les nerfs solides, so to have solid nerves, or être calme. So you can see that's the opposite of that. Caroline me tape sur les nerfs. Elle m'énerve. So that's a very sort of like familiar kind of expression, kind of thing you might see in a TV program or a film. Caroline me tape sur les nerfs. She gets on my nerves. So taper sur les nerfs. She gets on my nerves. Elle m'énerve. She annoys me. Elle est vraiment énervante. She's really annoying. Okay, bit more about nerves. Je suis à bout de nerfs. Je suis très énervée. I'm at the end of my tether, really. I'm at the end of my nerves. I'm really annoyed. Now we're going to head. Le cerveau, brain, le cerveau. La pensée, thoughts. L'esprit is your mind, your spirit, your mind. L'intelligence, obvious. Penser, to think. Réfléchir, to reflect on something. Think about something a bit more carefully. If you call someone un cerveau, c'est un cerveau. C'est une personne très intelligente. So if you call someone a brain, then they're intelligent. Makes sense, doesn't it? Les muscles, le mouvement, bouger, se muscler, être musclé. We've got the guy in the picture there. So muscles, movement. Bouger, that's a really useful verb, to move. When you're asked to wait, people say ne bougez pas, don't move. That's what, yes, it's useful sorts of things. It also comes up in adverts in French all the time. Bougez plus, grignotez moins. So it's sort of like move more, snack less, they say at the end of lots of adverts. Se muscler, because he's doing that, and être musclé. Alexandre va chaque jour au club de gym pour se muscler. So Alexander goes every day to the club, the gym club, to become more muscly. Avoir des muscles, être fort, so to have muscles, to be strong. And then they've just listed the organs for us here. So we've got le cœur, les poumons, l'estomac, don't pronounce the C there, by the way. Le foie, les reins sont des organes. Voilà, très bien. So, a lot to, should we say, digérer? A lot to digérer là. If you take one or two things away from that, that's good. Good use of your time. Merci beaucoup d'être venu. Et puis, je vous embrasse. Et puis, à très bientôt. Merci. Au revoir. Merci.